Everybody loves chocolate cake. Anybody can throw eggs and oil into this and make it, but can we make it from scratch at home? And can we make it the best chocolate cake you've ever eaten? Well, we're gonna go along on a little journey because I got a secret ingredient that's just so different that it's almost a little bizarre. I'm gonna tell you that secret, and we're gonna make this cake, and we're gonna find out.
Now you have my attention.
I'm Dave, you're watching Dave's Taste Buds, and welcome back. Look, see these? Look at this, box cake mixes. Frosting in a tub. They're good in a pinch, but you don't need that. I'm gonna show you how to make the most moist, delicious chocolate cake you're ever gonna eat. It's got a wacky secret ingredient that we will certainly get into. So speaking of ingredients, let's just take a quick look at what we're gonna need. So our ingredients is flour, sugar, cocoa powder, salt, baking soda, baking powder, milk, hot coffee, vegetable oil, a couple of eggs, vanilla extract, and the secret ingredient that I'm still not gonna tell you yet, so just sit tight. All of the ingredients are gonna be down in the description below with the recipe, so go down and check it out. So now that we know what we need, let's start making this cake. It's super easy. Now, like anything in baking, you're gonna have your dry ingredients and you're gonna have your wet ingredients separate. Flour into the bowl. Sugar, lots and lots of sugar into your bowl. Cocoa powder, it's a chocolate cake. Cocoa powder into the bowl. We got our salt. We have our baking powder. We have our baking soda. Our dry ingredients, we're just gonna give it a quick whisk. We're gonna make sure it's all gets incorporated, mixed together. There we go, I feel pretty comfortable with that. Now, it's already shaping up to look exactly what is in that box. You don't need that box. Dry ingredients, done. Wet ingredients, milk, couple of eggs, vegetable oil, vanilla extract. So it's time for the secret ingredient, guys. Now listen, you're gonna have to trust me. If you've never trusted me about anything before, you need to trust me now.
So what is it?
This is mayonnaise. I know. Stop. I know. I understand. You're upset. Maybe you're freaking out. You need to relax. It's gonna be fine. Trust me. Mayonnaise going in. And we're just gonna mix this together. In fact, let's whisk it. Now, if you noticed, I held off on the hot coffee. The hot coffee is gonna go in after we mix the wet ingredients together. So we have our dry ingredients, we have our wet ingredients. The wet ingredients are just gonna go right into the dry. Here we go, set that aside, be careful. And we're just gonna stir this up till it's combined. So something I probably should have mentioned at the very beginning, before you even start, get your oven set, 350, bake. Set it to bake for 350, let it preheat. See that? That's a decent consistency. We don't have any real lumps in here. It's pretty well combined. Looking good. Now, coffee, hot coffee, warm coffee. That's going in there. We're just gonna gently stir this around. Now, it's gonna feel like the batter is a little thin at this point, which is okay, which is really what you want. We're gonna slowly get this combined so we don't make a huge mess. Oh yeah, I'm really liking the way this looks. See how thin that is? It seems thin. It's gonna be fine. Trust me. And this is essentially, that's it. This is our cake. It's ready to go. I don't even think I'm gonna need this, but it's there. 9.5 by 13, classic. You could also do it in a bundt pan. You could do it in a couple round pans. I'm keeping it simple today. Now, against my better judgment, I'm using this cooking spray. We're gonna make sure we get this nice and slicked up so that our cake comes right out when we're done. Just not a huge fan of wacky oils that then they turn into a spray, but you know what? It works. Could also use a stick of butter, of course. Let me see, how's this look? Yep. I like it. Cake right into our pan. Is it a bubble? It is. Gonna give it a good scrape with our spatula, make sure we get it all out of there. Oven's ready to go. Everything's mixed together. Just for good measure. Ooh. That's good enough to eat already. So, cake's all set, oven's all set. I'm gonna pop this in there for 35, 40 minutes, something like that. We'll give it the toothpaste check. I'm sorry, the toothpick test. And yeah, we'll be good. So while that's cooking, we're gonna make some frosting too. You don't think I'm gonna leave frosting out of it. Frosting, super simple. It's even easier than the cake. People are like, oh, I don't know how to make frosting. I'm gonna show you how to make it. It's super easy. This is confectioner's sugar. That goes in. Milk. That goes in. This is chocolate, cocoa powder, obviously, going in. Another splash. Vanilla extract. And a couple of sticks of softened butter. This butter's not softened enough. Leave it to me to do all this prep, and the butter, I mean, it's almost there, but it's not there. It's not soft enough. So I'm gonna delicately, super delicately, try to warm this up in the microwave. So this is why you can't always trust technology. My microwave has a setting for soften. I hit it. It says 1 stick. I say sure, even though I have 2. It comes on for like 1.5 minutes. I let it run for 20 seconds. I take it out. It's even a little bit more softened than we need, but it's still gonna be fine. Here we go. 2 sticks, softened butter, going in. Description below has the ingredients. We've got everything in here. And all we're gonna do, whisk, 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 whisk. Combine, whisk. You gotta burn the calories. Look at already. Look at this. It looks like frosting already. I barely even touched it. Glasses are falling off. Sorry for the banging. I'm gonna try it with a different whisk. This whisk isn't quite as tight. Perfect. Perfect frosting consistency. Look at that. Now, not only do you know how to make the most delicious chocolate cake that's gonna be super moist, now you know how to make frosting too.
That was easy.
So now that our frosting is done, our cake is in the oven, probably gonna take another 20 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, so that is a nice looking cake. So I'm just gonna double check it with our toothpick. Oh yeah, and I can tell right away. Oh, see that? clean as a whistle. This cake is done. So I put it up on a wire rack so it's got some circulation underneath so it'll cool quicker. And then once it's cooled down, I'm gonna pop it out of this onto a platter. We're gonna frost it up. Our cake is cooled down perfectly. Now, let me show you my technique of how to get it out of this pan without it all coming apart. And then I've decided to go against keeping it this shape. So I'm gonna cut it in half and I'm gonna stack it and get a nice taller cake. So first off, here's how I get the cake out. I just take a cutting board or anything like that, give this a flip. There you go. Get a little stuck to the bottom here. All right, not bad at all. It's still a little bit warm. There we go. Now, like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in half. Then I'm gonna stack it. So it's actually gonna make a nice square, tall cake, like you see on a box. Nice. We've got our platter. We're just gonna gently get under it. We're gonna give it a flip back. Nice. And I also wanna get a layer of frosting in between. Let's get this out of here. So yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. It's a little rounded. It's not gonna be the perfect cake, but what are we? Master cake bakers. We're gonna give our frosting one last little whip, kind of get it nice and smooth for us. We're gonna set that aside. We're gonna take an offset knife if you got one. If you don't, try to get yourself one. I'm just gonna do this just so we have a little frosting in the middle. There we go. So when we slice it, it's gonna have a nice layer of frosting in the middle. We're gonna get our other piece of cake. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna place it right on top of that one. Oh, that is gonna be a tall, tall cake. Oh yeah. Really like the way that looks. Oh, frosting all over the place. Then, I'm gonna frost the top. Now this frosting is gonna set a little bit more as it sits. But for now, we're gonna just let it kind of fall down the sides. Like it.
5 minutes later.
Our cake is done and it looks great. It's frosted with our homemade frosting. We have a super moist chocolate layer cake underneath. Take a close look at how delicious this chocolate cake turned out. Now comes my favorite part. I get to taste this myself. So let's take a look at how delicious this is. I can't even imagine anything more moist than this chocolate cake. It's so moist. It's so chocolatey. All you taste is delicious, delicious chocolate cake. You don't taste mayonnaise. I wouldn't eat anything that tastes like chocolate cake with mayonnaise. It's delicious. I think you should try it. Give it a shot. I appreciate you watching this episode. Now, YouTube thinks you should watch this one next. So go ahead and watch it.